Hello everyone, welcome to News Extra, and we're talking about the third annual Manufacturing Day, a combination of the City of Scottsbluff as well as WNCC and other sponsors taking part in this. Coming up here very shortly, and I have Starr, Lehl, Economic Development Director, with me, along with Garrett, Schaneman, who is Safety and HR at Aulick Industries. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the genesis, where the idea obviously came up with doing a manufacturing day such as this for the area.
Sure. So when I started with the city, I knew of Manufacturing Day, and I knew that we had some really great manufacturers right here in our valley, and that they really needed to be highlighted and recognized. Manufacturing is the second largest industry in Nebraska, second only to agriculture. And so there is a special day, Manufacturing Day, that is celebrated throughout the country, and Manufacturing Month is the month of October. And our mayor last night just signed a proclamation proclaiming October as Manufacturing Month in the city of Scottsbluff.
Mm-hmm. And people may not necessarily realize, other than, they think of manufacturing, they think big operations, something such as the Western Sugar Factory, which is, manufacturing but with an agriculture bent to it. Aulick Industries, also manufacturing, and even has some ties to agriculture, but not direct necessarily solely to agriculture as well. What's the importance for a company like Aulick to be involved in an event such as this?
Very, very important to be involved in this, because we realize that the next generation of young people coming up are going to be our next workforce, going to be our next workers, managers, supervisors. And so we want to plant the seed early with these children that, hey, there is good opportunities right here in Scottsbluff County to have a good job, provide for your family, and still live that small town life.
And we've had quite the development of, I guess, a pipeline, for lack of a better term, in the creation of career academies and apprenticeships and vocational training, which is starting to make a comeback in the schools. It kind of ebbed a little bit, and now it's coming back. And of course, Aulick Industries, the first one here in the area, doing an apprenticeship tied to the U.S. Department of Labor, as I understand.
Yes. Recently we got signed up for a registered apprenticeship. Very excited about that. Excited to get the kids in our facility having some real world experience. It really breeds excitement when you're able to get your hands dirty and really become a part of it.
What's the reaction of the kids that have been involved in the program?
We have had a lot of excitement. We have had some real success. We start early in 8th grade. We actually just recently hired a young man that came and toured our facility as an 8th grader and is now back as a full-time employee. So we're seeing it come full circle.
And that's exactly what the idea is behind having the apprenticeships and that pipeline set up and ready to go. Of course, coming up on the 9th of October is the specific day of Manufacturing Day, being I guess honored and celebrated, if you will, with the event out at WNCC, but not only at WNCC. There's more to it than that. We'll be back on News Extra in just a moment to tell you more. And we're back on News Extra. We're talking about the third annual Manufacturing Day coming up on the 9th of October, involving the City of Scottsbluff, WNCC, Aulick Industries, many others taking part in this. I have Starr, Lehl, Economic Development Director, with me, as well as Garrett, Schaneman with Aulick Industries. Again, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks.
So let's talk a little bit about the event itself. Coming up on the 9th, geared specifically towards students.
Exactly. We're inviting students from all over western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming to come out to WNCC, and we're going to do tours of 3 different manufacturers, CS Precision Manufacturing, Family Built Homes, and Scottsbluff Industries. Okay. So the kids will get a choice of which one of those businesses they want to tour, and then we'll bring them back, feed them some pizza and pop, and then
that's always
sugar them up a little.
Yeah, that's always popular.
Yeah, and then we're going to actually hold a job fair. Those manufacturers, along with others if they like, will set up a table at WNCC and actually get to talk to some of these students about what a career would look like at their particular business. And then after that, we take them to Aulick Industries for a friendly little competition on how to build a certain product.
Explain how that's going to work.
Sure, absolutely. We've got a grain gate that goes on the back of every one of our boxes, and so we're going to have teams of 3 compete in a timed event, and we'll have a series of rounds and end up with an eventual champion that is going to be the best grain gate builder in the area that day.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we did it last year and had a huge turnout and huge success. We believe our numbers are going to be up yet this year, and hopefully the excitement is still there.
Involving specifically just hand tools?
Just hand tools. We're not going to mess with the heavy equipment. Yep. We're going to try to keep it pretty basic. It's just hand tools. Anybody could pick it up, a little bit of blueprint reading and whatnot, and it's nice to work as a group and as a team that builds some camaraderie as well.
I suppose if a kid has had some background playing with Connects blocks or maybe an erector set. Do they still have erector sets?
I think they
I think
they
they
do.
still do. Might have a little bit of an edge, maybe not. You just have to find out by signing up. And that does bring up the other issue is that we do have to have sign-ups for this.
Right. Kids that are interested in manufacturing or interested in attending on the day, get a hold of your school counselor. Let them know that you want to attend the event, and the counselors will get you signed up. So we're hoping to have a great turnout from all around the area.
How has the turnout been with the first couple of them?
They've just continued to increase. Last year we had our event on the same day. Aulick had their event, we had ours, and so we said, hey, let's get together and do one event together
Sure.
and try to impact as many kids as we possibly can.
And of course, the goal is to develop that pipeline going forward and let people realize, especially even adults, that there is the opportunity to get into manufacturing here locally, even though you may or may not necessarily know about it.
Sure.
So that's the Manufacturing Day celebration coming up on October 9th. It's going to start up at what time in the morning?
8:30.
It starts up nice and early at 8:30 in the morning. For the kids that are going to be involved, they have the option of going to one of 3 different industries and learning specifics about that. To be followed by lunch with pizza and pop, and then heading over to Aulick Industries after a career fair for the box building competition, if you will. Again, that's coming up on October 9th. Starr, Garrett, thank you very much for joining us on News Extra today.
Thanks for having us.